Hello friends, and it's the Funky Play Brothers. Now please remember to subscribe to our YouTube. And today I'm reading the final chapter of w.Bruce, Cameron, best-selling author of The Dog's Purpose, Loading to the Rescue, the Not-So-Stinky Skunk. And this time, on the last video, I made sure chapter 13 was the last chapter. Now, let's read the final chapter 13. Lily should go in the cage with Tinkerbell, Maggie Rose claimed. I heard my name and figured she was talking about letting me to play with my friend. I licked her knee to show her that I loved how she always understood what I need. Well, I don't know, Nose-Hair Man replied doubtfully. They're friends, my girl told him. See, now the skunk is here. The critter's safety is my responsibility. If I put a dog in there and something happens, I get in a lot of trouble. Lily is something of an ambassador at our rescue, Mom explained. She greets almost every animal who stays with us. It's amazing how she helps them calm down. She's been inside a kennel with the skunk every day. My daughter is right, Lily. Probably will help the skunk feel at home here. It's against the rules, the man said, his nose hair twitching. I was getting impatient. I barked and Tinkerbell reacted by sticking her face out of her crate and gazing at me. Nearly all animals wish they could bark like a dog. See, she wants Lily to help her feel better. It doesn't look like the food is luring the skunk out, but she's okay with the dog, Dad observed responsibly. She gets hungry enough, she'll come out, Nose-Hair drawled. But that's not right, Maggie Rose argued. Then she'll be scared and hungry. The man scratched at the hair under his nose, and I found myself sitting and itching at my ear in response. You do make yourself a good point there, young lady, he sighed. Well, I guess it's worth a shot. The man unlatched the gate and I trotted inside. I looked around with interest. There was a hollow log along the back, and over it in the little house I could smell a bowl full of food, the chicken, and another with water. I stuck my head into the crate. There was Tinkerbell, who had backed up and was crouched low to the ground, not moving. I wagged at her so she'd know this was a safe place to be. She lifted her head. I wagged some more, then I turned around to check out the bowl in the little house. After a moment, I heard a very soft rustling behind me. Tinkerbell was following when I stuck my head into the open doorway to the little house. She brushed right past me and put her nose next to mine in the food bowl. Well, I'll be Nose-Hair Man said softly. I made room for her. She took up a piece of apple and crunched it. She could have the apples. That was fine with me. I was more interested in the piece of chicken. I snapped them up and then I lapped at a drink. Dad, isn't the skunk going to be lonely without Lily? Maggie Rose asked softly. I don't think so, Dad said. Skunks are solitary animals. They'll live alone. Sometimes when it's very cold, they'll find a burrow with other skunks inside and huddle up. But that's pretty rare. Most of the time they are by themselves, and it's natural for them. The skunk ate a little more, then she moved over to the water dish and drank too. She lifted up her head with water dripping off her muzzle. I licked it off for her. Outside of the cage, Nose-Hair Man whistled softly, so they're not like the prairie dogs. Maggie Rose said, That's right, Dad agreed. A prairie dog wouldn't be happy all by itself. They need to be in a group. A core tree, Maggie Rose said. You got it, but skunks are different. Then the skunk turned her back on me and went over to the end of the hollow log. She poked her nose inside it, then slowly she climbed inside. I peeked into the hole in the log at first. All I could see was the skunk's rump. But then there was a rustling noise, and the skunk turned herself around. Her little black face with her shiny eyes peered out at me. The skunk sniffed my nose. I pulled my head back out and looked at Maggie Rose. Tinkerbell had decided to play hide in a log, and I'd done find the skunk. But Tinkerbell didn't want to come out or play anything else. She seemed content to curl up in a dark, quiet spot. Now what? There was much I did not understand, but I did see that I was in a dog kennel with a skunk, and that my girl and her family and a man with nose hair were all on the other side of the fence. Want to come out, Lily? My girl asked softly. Nose hair opened the gate, and I decided it was time for me to go back to my girl. Tinkerbell did not follow when I went through the open gate. It was shut behind me. What were we doing? What about my skunk friend? Wasn't she coming back to work with us? Maggie Rose kneeled and looked deeply into my eyes. We have to go now. Lily, you did a good job taking care of Tinkerbell, the skunk, but this is where she lives now. We have to say goodbye. I wagged. I didn't understand much, but I heard my friend's name, and I thought that the quiet, solemn way my girl was gazing at me delivered a clear message when she patted her leg. I felt in step behind her. We were leaving Tinkerbell behind. Craig, Brian, time to go, Mom called. When we reached the car and Maggie Rose slid into her seat, I hasted, gazing back at the dog kennel for just a moment. I thought I saw my friend's nose come out for one last look, but I could not be sure. I jumped into my girl's lap and thought about all that just happened. I was starting to understand that I would meet a lot of animals at work. I would make friends with them and play with them. Some of them, like Casey, would stay, and some go to new families or new places to live. That was the skunk was doing. The small house was her new place to live. It was a good home. The skunk had food to eat and water to drink, and a cozy place to nap. She didn't have anyone to play with, but she actually didn't really like playing with other animals, not even a dog. There is no creature more fun to play with than a dog. I would miss Tinkerbell, but the skunk was in her new home, and I was finally with my girl. We were both where we were supposed to be. That's the end of it! Finally! And we finally finished 13 weeks! And here's my little puppy, Oons. Yeah? You like it? He's adorable. So, friends, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter at the Funky Playbros. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Funky Playbrothers. Support our vlog at cashapp at the $ Funky Playbrothers for more unboxings, more taste tests, more adventures, more monies, and for support. Thank you for watching. Bye!